by that is because it was hard for him. And then the things that happened during his life, and then the pressure. He felt tremendous pressure. I can feel at times what he was going through, because you work so hard to do good, and it's perceived a different way. You look at your life and you say, I've been on stage all my life. I've never had a childhood. That's why he wrote the song Childhood. Have you seen my childhood? Michael, I feel, has tapped the ultimate level of feelings inside and bringing them out through song, through emotion, through action. I'm wearing this. This is Jackson 5. This was a creation from Motown, the Jackson 5. And before then, my father prepared us to be discovered, or prepared us to be ready for the big stage. But the Jackson 5 years is so special to me, Tito, Marlon, Jackie. Why? Because we set the stage for everything to happen. And to lose an original member of the Jackson 5, that will never be. It will never be again. We had plans of getting back together. We had plans of getting back out there. We wanted Michael to get these shows done in London, and we were probably going to join him, but we had plans to do it all over again.
It seems like a strange question in hindsight, Jermaine, but was he up to it? I mean, there was so much talk about his physical condition and how thin and frail he was. Do you think he was, A, ready for these 50 shows in London, and anything beyond that? What was his physical state?
I'll tell you, 50 shows, did a lot of shows, but I do believe, and I do know that Michael's very strong. He's very strong, not just mentally, physically. And he's a dancer. He never stopped dancing, so he was already ready physically. I understand he passed the physical, he was strong, he was ready. But I think it had a lot to do with the mental tear and just the stress. And I really don't know. I don't want to speculate, but I do know, seeing him, we just had a big family day. We just had a big surprise for my mother and father, and he was there with the kids, and he was excited. And said, I see you guys in London, and it's going to be really exciting. And him and I were singing. I was complimenting him on a song he did, and we were singing harmony, and baby don't make me, baby don't make me, baby don't make me fly away. And I said, Michael, I love this song. And I said, you did a great job. He said, that means a lot to me coming from you. And all the grandkids were there, my mother and father and everyone, and he was there with Prince in Paris, and we had a great time.
Jermaine talked about how important this world-famous property was to his brother Michael up until the end of his 2005 child molestation case, when he decided to leave Neverland Ranch forever. What did this mean to him? What did he find here?
This meant wonderment, the ultimate happiness. He had some bumps with the county when the trial and everything, and they humiliated him, and they rushed into here with investigators and this and that, but still, the love that Michael has in his heart and the love for people cannot be just pushed aside. This place it still feels like he's just someplace, and he's not here. But
you mentioned this place, Jermaine. I mean, it was the accusation that became the trial took place here. So did it change his love for Neverland? Did he look at this place differently after that?
He looked at it a little different because he was hurt. He was torn apart, because to be treated as if you weren't even from here, to be ridiculed, to be made just a mockery of, for the world to see. And he felt that they sort of invaded his privacy, a place that was so beautiful. They wanted to turn it into something so ugly.
And yet the way it was portrayed, Jermaine, as you know, this was more of a lure for children.
No,
than a haven for children.
You know, those people who don't want to see someone. They weren't ready for Michael. That's why Allah took him back. They weren't ready for him. Michael was a gift. And I guess a lot of people that really said the most awful things about him, they realize now that how much they love him.
Well, so what is the legacy of Michael Jackson? He will be considered a genius, always, a tortured genius.
The legacy of Michael Jackson is Michael being a wonderful person, a wonderful father, a caring person, a humanitarian, a person who wanted good for everyone, a person who would give his last whatever just to make someone else happy. What he has done for the world, not just the financial, but just the happiness of people. What kind of price can you put on that? How do you value that, Matt? Meaning that the joy to make someone happy, to make someone smile through your actions, through what you're doing. There's no price for that.
That is our exclusive interview with Jermaine Jackson here at Neverland Ranch.